It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog.
So Odyssey is kind of steeped in tradition, you know, being close to 2 decades old now.
Literally, we make 4 magazines every year. We have a website, social media pages, and we really just try to inform, educate, entertain the Clark Central community.
You know, there's a lot that goes into it, and I think people don't really understand how much it takes to make this one magazine, you know.
We have a lot of stuff to do. It's a hard-working environment, but like at the end of the day, we create something valuable that people would want to look at.
There's photography, but then there's also like videography. So we have to become very skilled in multiple different aspects.
Practicing interviewing, it's practicing writing and editing and how to work with others. So it's a lot of life skills that we're building in production.
Odyssey is one of the best ways to break out of your shell.
For me, I feel like I have grown very much in this program, and I feel like anyone would grow a lot in this program.
Whether or not you decide to pursue a journalistic career or not, you're still gonna have to like collaborate with other people in one way or another. So I feel like having that opportunity through Odyssey is a really good builder, especially like having it in high school.
If you want to become a better writer, you'll definitely become a better writer. If you want to become a better photographer, there are avenues through which you could become a better photographer.
Once you step into that room, it's not just about you anymore. It's about producing the best work that you can be proud of, and that your peers can be proud of.
So I don't think we could really function as a staff if we didn't take breaks from just like working.
Well, having staff bonding events like Friendsgiving and Secret Holiday Gift Giver is really important. The UGA football games factor into that as well, just because it's a thing where we're all together as a staff.
Those are the times when we make those friendships and the relationships that allow us to do the work the rest of the time.
My favorite ritual is tape ball. It is a sport. It's not yet recognized by the Olympics, unfortunately.
You know, ringing the bell after somebody gets something published or does something good, you know, it's things that like that's like, I really enjoy being in Odyssey.
No one eats until everyone has their food.
I sat down, you know, I was about to eat, and he was like, nope, we gotta wait for everybody. And you know, like, it's a pain to sit there and wait for everybody to get your food, but it's just like, once we're all together, it's cool.
We are a team, we operate as a team, and if we want to put our money where our mouth is, we will not eat until our entire team is able to.
SIPA is so much fun. I regret not going when I was in J1 my sophomore year.
I remember my freshman year, I was kind of on the fence about reapplying to the staff and coming back as a sophomore. And then I went to SIPA, and SIPA very much pushed me over the edge and convinced me that this was a program I wanted to be involved with, and these were the people who I wanted to spend the next 3 years of high school with.
Like, you're gonna interact with other people outside of Odyssey, outside of like school. You're like 4 days away from Athens. Like, there's nothing you can do but have fun.
I think a lot of the time we spend a lot of time with the people in this class, and then we delude ourselves into thinking that we know them, into thinking that, you know, we have them figured out, that we're familiar with them. And in fact, you know, all we've done is get to know them in the context of this room, to get to know them professionally. Whereas SIPA allows for the staff to really get to know one another as people, you know, as individuals.
When I first got here first semester, it was kind of a little weird because there were 4 seniors, and then there was this dude that everyone pretty much was kind of freaking out about.
My first impression was, this is going to be a workplace. It is at times, but not really. I joined it because it's something different. I'm usually not like a writing person. I want to try something different this year.
The project that I'm doing right now, I'm doing it with my partner Jaden Dennis, and it's a photography assignment. So we have 6 photos to take.
Taking photos is just really fun for me. I feel like it's fun for everybody, you know. I feel like photography is probably like a Odyssey favorite.
I got to know people more, and it definitely helped me like step out of my comfort zone.
I actually found it really interesting. Like, I was a little nervous, you know, to talk to a stranger and learn about them, but it's actually just an awesome way to get to know someone more.
The way the class runs, how there are kids that still teach it and we still learn.
You get to like interact and talk with seniors and have them edit your work, and there's no other class that would allow you to do that.
And so it's just kind of a surprise every day because I never know what I'm going to get.
If you want it, you can have it. Every color that you see.
So the Iliad is a student-run, annually produced literary art magazine. Over the year, we compile submissions from tons of different CCHS students.
The Iliad gives Clark Central students a creative platform to express themselves and showcase their work.
I wasn't always an Ed Board member. I started as a club member, and I got my poem published, and it just felt really good to be recognized and to have my work in this book with all of these other amazing artists and authors. It really added a lot of importance to a form of creative expression that really would have just stayed isolated otherwise.
Our program creates a space that is welcoming of all forms of artwork and writing. And for me, working as visuals director brought me closer to many students from across the school.
So it takes a lot to produce the magazine. We work all year on it, and it's like a 70-page book typically. We also host things like author visits, so we're expanding literacy events within our community. We have a website and an Instagram where we feature art, so that's another way that we're promoting students and also giving that to our community. A lot of the times we're focused on our grades and how well we're doing in school, and this is a place where you don't have to be doing numerically well to be celebrated and recognized, and I think that's really, really important.
I'm Mr. R, and I went to Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey.
Even when we're in elementary school, they tell us to find a trusted adult in the building if we ever need something, and I've never actually felt that an adult in the building was trusted except for Mr. Ragsdale, like completely.
He definitely has an expressive side, I'll say.
It's like he has his times where he wants to play and like make weird sounds and weird faces and call me a bum. But he does have those times where like he's serious and he actually wants you to do your work.
He's like a father figure, you know, he cares a lot, you know, he's very on you about something. If he's on you about something, it's because he believes that you can do it. And he's a lot different than a lot of my other teachers because I know he really cares, like I can tell.
No, censorship, stop.
Like with your friends, you don't want to show them that vulnerable side, but in Odyssey, you have to show that vulnerable side.
My Odyssey friends are definitely a lot different than my friends I would see outside of school.
Having people that you can depend on is like the best feeling, because like when things aren't looking good, you know you have someone that can guide you.
I don't know, I'm so involved in Odyssey, like I just vibe more with them. Odyssey is very like open space.
It feels like a family. It's like a second family. It's like a whole other realm. You can't really place them with your other friends unless, of course, like you already knew them before Odyssey, but still, I don't know. I feel like it's just a great unit to have.
So the last time that we were all together was at SIPA, and that was really fun. I had a lot of fun. So it was kind of a way to end the year off really strong. We had spring break and school was postponed and then obviously canceled. So ODYSSEY life has been tough in a COVID world.
COVID really kind of messed us up. I got really scared over spring break because I was like, I don't think this is gonna get done.
You know, it slows us down a lot.
But, you know, our team really came together and I'm really proud of that.
We have been finishing stories that we had started before SIPA and just been working on those through this pandemic.
Issue 4 is gonna be completely online, so that means that all the stories are gonna be published digitally.
Putting together an entire magazine from home is certainly not easy, especially when we had just started on the stories and we were still finalizing everything.
But I'm really proud of their resilience in that endeavor, and I'm really thankful for all of the help from everyone else who was involved.
The stories will be more interactive with the readers, meaning that we're going to have multimedia elements.
You know, we do have block schedule next year, so hopefully we'll be able to make up for some lost time.
Just because we'll have more free time with the 4 periods, with only having 4 classes, really take the load off of schoolwork. I'm really looking forward to that, and I think it's going to be a positive for us for sure.
Yeah, I just really can't wait to get back to it.
First name Colin, last name Frick. Ain't no joke, ain't no trick. If you know me, then you know that I'm a baddie, and the only trick I know is Trick Daddy. Try and take me on, boy, I have to laugh. You come for me, you coming for visual staff. Jerry got you with that Chuck E. Cheese stamina. When he starts shooting, it will not be his camera. Looking at my summer, those months were pretty groovy. Took my ass to Mercer, found a Colorado Ruby. Audrey and Takoya ain't forget about you though. Posted up in Macon. If you know, you know. I'm lots of things, but you know that I'm not boring. Disrespect me once, won't be no breakfast Friday morning. Pulled up 7:30 with my McDonald's bag. Them 5 chicken biscuits made my stomach sag. When I walk up in the building, you can tell it's a domino. Females screaming out like OMG, take my video. They see me with my camera, then word spreads like infection. Spent my last 3 football games under the student section. Like a bird out the nest, soon I'ma be flocking. Do hold your applause, talkers, please stop talking. In my future, I can see South Carolina about to be a Gamecock. I ain't talking about no SIPA, lizards think it's chicken, had me all the way dead. The proof is in the chocolate pudding in the hotel bed. Mr. R, why you acting like a shark? The only thing you look like is an off-brand Tony Stark. Walking around acting like you is the man, talking junk about my videos, come catch these hands. Oh no sir, this ain't the last you gon' see of Colin James Frick and his big Frick energy.